thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been.
Good evening to some disgruntled Liverpool fans after what I am presuming is a defeat to Galatasaray after the final whistle. I am not sure of the final result, but in the last 5 minutes, that was 1-0 to Galatasaray. And as I join you, yesterday we had West Ham beating Brentford on penalties in the Emirates FA Cup, and it was Emirates FA Cup draw, joy for Arsenal and myself, as for the first time in Realltom Football's history, in any competition I have predicted Arsenal's draw correctly in Southampton versus Arsenal, which is exactly the tie that I wanted. This, though, is the Champions League, and we're bringing you Newcastle as they take on Barcelona. And those Newcastle fans won't be too happy either. This is Realltom Football. This is the UEFA Champions League round of 16. Good evening, everybody, and welcome aboard to Real Football. My name is Tom, bringing you the WATCHALONG tonight, as before. Newcastle United take on Barcelona live in the UEFA Champions League round of 16. If you do now watching the replay, please do make sure you leave a like on the stream. Hit that subscribe if you are new. Thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody joining us here today. Kickoff is on the way for you at 8 o'clock in the Champions League as Newcastle, for the second time in the Champions League this season, take on Barcelona at home. But of course, this time it's over 2 legs, so there'll be 2 editions of this game. Kickoff, 8 o'clock. And just before we get through anything else, need I remind you that, of course, in Arsenal households, it is an exciting period because the countdown for the Carabao Cup final is on. Only 12 days remain until the big day. And as a reminder, that on Sunday the 22nd of March, there will be no Premier League content at all provided by Realltom Football. It will be the Carabao Cup final and the Carabao Cup final only on Sunday the 22nd of March. Any Premier League matches will be disregarded and forgotten about on that day. So Carabao Cup final in 12 days' time. But this is the UEFA Champions League, and we are into our knockout phases, and Liverpool fans in Fraser and Mr. B. Harry not happy at all, losing interest in their team. 2 defeats out of the last 3 matches for Liverpool as well. Of course, being beaten by Wolves in the Premier League, then beating Wolves in the FA Cup, and now today losing away to Galatasaray, at least to my belief, unless they've scored a late equaliser. Manager wanting the manager out, saying that he's boring. So clearly some disgruntledness in those Liverpool faces, and I'm guessing that the match was lost by Liverpool. I mean, I watched most of it in the final stages, but I had to flick over to Prime as we were bringing the live stream into fruition. So I don't particularly know the final score, but I'm guessing that you've lost. Speaking of TV broadcasting tonight, you can watch this game live on Amazon Prime Video, and that's Amazon Prime Video, who can access the match at no extra cost and no additional fee on their subscription. It will be included in the price that you have paid for Amazon Prime, whether that be Prime Video only or the full Works Prime subscription, which is only a £3-4 difference, I believe. And it is included once again in that subscription for you. The rest of the matches will be live on TNT Sports. So let's get you through that. Where's the match.com? EFL Championship, Stoke against Ipswich Town is live on Sky Sports Football and Sky Sports Main Event. All other EFL matches across League 2, League 1 and the Championship will be on Sky Sports Plus or other Sky Sports channels. Please check with the broadcaster for the full broadcasting details of your specific EFL match, and all Vanarama National League, or I think it's had a name change now actually, but all National League matches are live on DAZN. Then the Champions League, TNT Sports 2 HD for Atalanta against Bayern Munich, TNT Sports 3 HD and 1 HD for Atletico Madrid against Tottenham. And that is 3 8 o'clock kickoffs, of course. 2 on TNT Sports, 1 on Prime. And, of course, that 5:45 kickoff where Liverpool, I believe, have been beaten by Galatasaray away from home. Oh, can they not? Is it because they must be Turkish? Okay, well, a reasonably busy week on Realltom Football, and we are back to our normal Premier League schedule at the weekend with no changes, nothing abnormal. It's a normal Premier League weekend coming up for you guys this Premier League weekend, and that includes a 1 game only on Saturday. Yes, I'm afraid it's one of those, and that is because TNT Sports have had to move the West Ham United versus Man City fixture to 8 o'clock. And obviously, for the purposes of fan cams, we will only be doing Arsenal-Everton on Saturday, but you will have a full work Super Sunday, unlike the Super Sunday after next Super Sunday, with 2 matches live, and those are going to be one of 3 at 2 o'clock. In the choices of main event, Man United Villa, Premier League, Nottingham Forest Fulham, or Sky Sports Cricket for Palace Leeds United, the 4:30 kickoff on Super Sunday is quite a luxury one. If you want goals, it's Liverpool against Tottenham Hotspur. So that is what Sunday looks like then on Realltom Football, and that is what your Premier League weekend looks like on Realltom Football. Thursday, we may be bringing you some Europa League. We will not be doing the Conference League, and we will not be doing Crystal Palace. For anybody who wants to know, are you doing Crystal Palace? No. Nope. The Conference League will not be included in any Thursday guarantees for the Europa League. When we say we might do Europa League, that is only the Europa League. We will not this year be providing any Conference League coverage up until the final. And besides which, they are kicking off at... Oh, no, they are 8 o'clock. Yeah, boring game, though, against AEK Larnaca. Okay. Well, I'd love to sit and chit-chat about Thursday and the weekend and the Carabao Cup final and all that lot. There's a lot of exciting things to talk about, but we have Newcastle against Barcelona. We have UEFA.com waiting in the tunnel. And we have our players waiting in the dressing room to enter the tunnel at St James's Park. So let's get through the team news. Away we go to UEFA.com/Champions League. Reminding you that tomorrow night, a 5:45 kickoff for Arsenal means that it is a 5:30 start on Realltom Football for the Champions League tomorrow night, and there will be no 8 o'clock kickoffs on Realltom Football. It will just be Arsenal's game against Bayer Leverkusen at the Bayer Arena. And then there will be a fan cam, of course, as always now for Arsenal games, straight after the game. And I will make sure this time, for anybody who knew that it was late, the Mansfield one, that it arrives on time and not at 8 o'clock at night when it should have been delivered at 3 o'clock. Okay, final score, Galatasaray 1, Liverpool 0. Bad one for Liverpool. Mario Lemina's 7th minute goal did not have a valid reply. I was told by commentator Sam Matterface during watching a bit of that match that there was a disallowed goal in that game, but it was a disallowed goal indeed, and Liverpool could not find a way. Galatasaray 1, Liverpool 0. A game still to come, Atletico Madrid against Spurs tonight, and Atalanta against Bayern Munich. But we are going to be focusing on the game on Prime. It's Newcastle, Barcelona. Here are the teams. Aaron Ramsdale continues to get the nod in goal over Nick Pope, and I don't hear of any injury to Nick Pope either. So maybe that's been Nick Pope has been dropped, or, well, I'm not sure. But Aaron Ramsdale is in goal for Newcastle, back 4 today for them. Of Kieran Trippier, Malik Thiaw, Dan Burn, Lewis Hall. Midfielders are free of Joel Linton, Jacob Ramsey and Sandro Tonali. Behind the main front three of Anthony Elanga, William Asula getting another start up front. Yeah, I don't think Baltimore is that great anymore, to be fair. Harvey Barnes as well is in that front three. Practically the same team that played against Man City. And I have to say, first half they were all right, but second half they were appalling, Newcastle. Nick Pope on the bench for Newcastle alongside John Ruddy and Harris. 3 goalkeepers on the bench for Newcastle. Sven Botman, Johan Visser, Anthony Gordon, Tilo Livramento, Jacob Murphy, Nick Voltemada, Joe Willock, Alex Murphy and Sean Neve on that bench. Then for Barcelona and Hansi Flick, it is Joan Garcia in goal for them today, a back four of Ronald Araujo, João Cancelo, former Man City player there, Kabasi and Gerard Martin. In the back four behind the midfield, which is split into two parts, seeing a defensive two of Bernal and Pedri. Behind the attacking three of Rafinha, Fermin Lopez and Lamine Yamal. Robert Lewandowski leads the front of the diamond of the formation on the bench. For Barcelona is former Arsenal goalkeeper of a long time ago in Wojciech Szczesny. And also Cochin. Then you've got Gavi, Ferran Torres, Marcus Rashford, Casado, Dani Olmo, Eric Garcia, Bargi, Cortez, Xavi Espart and Marquez on that bench. For Barca, only one win recorded over Barcelona for Newcastle. There's never been a draw between these two sides, and it's 4 wins for Barca. Newcastle have scored 5 goals against Barcelona, but Barcelona have scored 10. Refereeing team at St James's Park, where it is a cloudy night. The pitch is excellent. Humidity is 78% and wind speeds to 26 kilometers an hour. Is Italian Marco Guida, the main referee. Assistants for him are Giorgio Peretti and Giuseppe Perotti. The fourth official is Matteo Marcenaro. VAR is Daniele Schiffi, and assistant VAR is Marco Di Bello. Full Italian refereeing team at St James's Park and also in the refereeing office as well. The VAR office as well. Yo, to Jax Lol 20. Handball for Liverpool is what you're claiming. And are you claiming that Liverpool should have had a penalty or Galatasaray should have had a penalty? Expand on that for me a little bit more, because obviously I don't really watch 5:45 kickoffs unless it's Arsenal. I only saw the last 5 minutes before added time got into play of that match. I didn't see the final whistle either. So if you could go into a little bit more detail of that handball for Liverpool accusation or claim, that would help me out an awful lot, because obviously I won't watch the highlights of that game until later. Okay, once again, people, if you do have an active Amazon Prime subscription, please utilize that and use that to watch the match. There is no need for a streaming site. It's as cheap as chips. You can even get free trials per email address you own. Don't tell Amazon that you do that, though. And you can get the coverage for free by creating a new email address. But if you do have an active and live Prime Video subscription, the match will be free of charge to you at no extra cost for United Kingdom Amazon Prime subscribers. You're going 2-2. I have gone the, well, not quite the opposite of that, but I've gone for a 2-0 win for Barcelona tonight. I have gone with the prediction of Newcastle United 0, Barcelona 2 tonight. I do not see Newcastle having a leg to stand on tonight. I thought that they were absolutely appalling in the second half against Manchester City, and that might be harsh. But I mean, for me, I was contemplating on Sunday making a video about Eddie Howe should get sacked. I honestly believe that Eddie Howe has got no more time as a Newcastle boss. I'm getting a little bit sick of the same old Newcastle. I know that people talk about same old Arsenal. Well, for me, it's beginning to look a bit of same old Newcastle. He's done a great job, Eddie Howe. I don't deny that. And yes, they won the Carabao Cup last year, but the lack of competitiveness in big games, and the lack of a leg to stand on, and the lack of game plan, and the lack of good recruitment, all of it combined together, I mean, for me as a neutral, you know what I mean, who personally doesn't mind Newcastle, I'm losing faith in Eddie Howe. And 4 defeats to Man City in a season and only beaten them once the first time he played them this year is unacceptable. You've lost 4 times to a Man City side who aren't great. And there's numerous other things as well. But thank you for asking. If you are in the United Kingdom and you or a family member of yours has an active Amazon Prime subscription, by the way, just to let you know, any Amazon Prime subscription includes video. You can't have Amazon Prime without having video. You can have Amazon Prime Video on it by itself, and that saves you a bit of money. But if you have a standard Amazon Prime subscription, you will have Prime Video included, and you can watch the match included with your Amazon Prime subscription at no extra charge. Alternatively, you can get a free trial per email address you have. It doesn't matter about any verification or anything like that. You just don't tell Amazon that I said this, or don't tell Amazon that you're doing this. But per email address that you create and you sign up to Amazon with, you can get a 30-day free trial with no obligation to continue paying. Nope. Tuesday's top pick match is always available on Amazon Prime Video in the Champions League, and it is the only competition that Prime Video broadcast and do not operate on a pay-per-view basis. Of course, they used to cover the Premier League as well, and that was also included in Prime. But for Prime Video subscribers, once again, it is the Champions League Tuesday top pick match that is included in your subscription. Newcastle corner by Lewis Hall, and Tonali gets his head to that, and they've cleared it off the line, Barcelona. That was an early chance and an early threat to Joan Garcia's goal. Tonali, good header, and Joan Garcia didn't look too settled. Well, I don't know what December's Premier League fixtures look like, obviously, because fixture release day isn't normally till a Wednesday in June. And when I get that Wednesday confirmed, I will be very excited for that Wednesday. Fixture release day is my favourite day of the year. I love it. I do love fixture release day. I think it's a really just, it's my favourite day. Like, I love fixture release day. And I know you might all go, well, what do you mean you love fixture release day? Well, what? Mate, of course I love fixture release day. So, you'll have to wait until a Wednesday in June for December's fixtures. And that Wednesday in June will also be during the FIFA World Cup, I am to suspect, as well. Should it go ahead. And won't be my favourite World Cup, I have to say. Won't be my favourite World Cup. The location is not good. Too much Trump. It's not going to be the most pretty World Cup, but Gianni Infantino's original plan was for it to be that. I would say replace it with the Euros and reschedule for the World Cup. I would say you postpone the World Cup, push it forward 2 years, and bring forward the Euros. Do you know what I mean? I'd be more up for the Euros, to be fair. I'm not even gonna lie about it. And I personally prefer the World Cup, but at this point, you might as well just do the Euros. Do you know what I mean? Because all this conflict is just gonna potentially dampen this World Cup. And anyway, again, the location's not great. Kickoff times aren't great for UK viewers either. I mean, I know for certain that I'm going to struggle with some of the kickoff times. I mean, look, if England get a 2 a.m. kickoff, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but if England get a 2 a.m. game, I ain't doing a watch-along. Because UK shouldn't have to get up at 2 a.m. to watch their team. And also, I don't want to be disrespectful to my neighbours. Like, there is a limit as to how respectful I can be, like, of how you get the point. Like, for me, to get the lights on, full works and all that lot at 2 a.m. and, you know what I mean, lights on, voice on the loud, for those 2 a.m. games, it's just not going to happen. To be fair, I would probably opt for the option of a pub or something like that if we were to kick off at 2 a.m. Just because, again, it's a factor of respect. Burnley, Bournemouth. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think this World Cup's going to be the most viewer friendly for UK viewers this year. And by the way, it's been a very flat start to this game, other than that one flap by Joan Garcia. I mean, I hate to do this during the Champions League, but since the conversation's going, I want to have a look at the schedule for England and Scotland, because obviously it is important that we discuss these things and we have a look, but I mean, here it is. So if we say fixtures, so let's narrow it down. Now, yeah, if I was a Scotland fan, there would be no way that this... Why are you not letting me highlight you? Here you are. That would not be something that I would do. And that would be out of respect for the people in my household. That would just be... And also to the neighbours around me. Because I can be loud when I'm live streaming. And let's face it, if... Let's just say that England were playing Haiti there. England were to score. Of course I'm going to cheer because it's a World Cup. It's a knockout competition. So that is kind of the point I'm making to you. And I'm kind of letting you know now because obviously alternatives will have to be found. Anything like this, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, of course. I would probably say no to 11 o'clock. Actually, I would say no to 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock would be okay. Like that. 9 o'clock, fine. No worries about that. England, Croatia, fine. 9 o'clock, yeah, I'd go live for that. That wouldn't be an issue for me, England, Croatia. And to be fair, with England, we've had it a lot. We've had it a lot nicer, if you know what I mean. Again, 9 o'clock there, England, Ghana. To be fair, England fans have had it nicer than Scotland fans. I can't lie, because I know Scotland have got two 2 a.m. kickoffs. Where's their second one? No, 11 o'clock there for them. And yeah, our last game is only an hour later than 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock, and it's Panama. Now, that would be one where I might be a little bit cautious to go live at 10 o'clock. And that wouldn't be necessarily out of respect. That would be more down to, I'm not going to bed till midnight. So again, maybe I would look at alternatives for 10 o'clock kickoffs. But anything that's 9 o'clock or earlier kickoff time, I would be happy to do. And this is just not an issue that we get with the Euros, I'm afraid. And it's an issue really that only happens when the World Cup is down there in America, because any other part of the world, I mean, all bar Australia and all that lot, you know what I mean? Like Asia, you wouldn't really have an issue, would you? I mean, that Qatar World Cup, it was mostly 7 o'clock kickoffs in the evening, and that was sweet. But no, this one's going to be a bit more of one where we have to play a little bit, and we have to be, I don't even know what the word is, but you get the point. Here's a chance for Lamine Yamal. Goal for Atletico Madrid. They have scored. Marcos Llorente with the goal. And Atletico de Madrid do lead Tottenham by a 1-0. No. So that again, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, Abdi. Good time to join, actually. But no, anything that's like I'm going to draw the line at 9 o'clock kickoffs, and that is down to respect for my neighbours, respect for my household, and it's down to a lot of things. But I can't sit here and do live streams in this house without feeling bad about it past 9 o'clock kickoff time. Because most of these streams reach beyond 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 15 minutes. And so with that, I would not want to be creating the noise. I would not want to be keeping people up. So for anything past 10 o'clock, I'm going to say that I would be looking at alternative measures. And that's your choice. And Scotland have obviously got a completely different schedule to England. Obviously, England are. I think that England fans have got the better end of the rubber. If you're asking me, we've had 2 9 o'clock kickoffs and 1 10 o'clock. That 10 o'clock against Panama, I may look at going to a pub for that. But the first 2, which are 9 o'clock kickoffs, fine. But yeah, some of them are ridiculous. I mean, Belgium have got a 4 a.m. there. I mean, that's not too bad for Spain, I don't think. I don't think 1 a.m. is as bad as 2 a.m., to be fair. 1 a.m. I can kind of comprehend in terms of watching the game, but nothing else. And again, another factor of it could be maybe getting the vlogging camera as well. Let's say that. The vlogging camera would, yes, Abdi, help an awful lot, particularly if we're in pubs or whatever, because then, you know, different things and arrangements can happen. By the way, Newcastle in these first 60 minutes had 3 attempts. Not bad. Here's a chance for Elanga. That's a great save by Joan Garcia. It looked like a certain goal by Elanga. Yeah. And I get your point with that, actually. Scotland, have not been in a World Cup for a while. For England fans, that whole... I don't think that England fans have as much excitement. I mean, I most certainly don't, okay? I will not buy an England shirt until England win a trophy. I don't care what trophy that will be, the Nations League or whatever, but I will not buy an England shirt until we've won a trophy. Because I have better things to spend money on. And I think that the same rule will apply to me even contemplating buying a passport to go to games for England. I am not an international footballist. And England are not making me excited about international football. And in terms of the product of a World Cup or a Euros, I would say that a Euros not in America is a good product, but one in which that is like, look, I'm not going to go ahead and say Asia and Southeast Asia and that, but I'm going to say, like, you know what I mean? As much as people might have, grudges against the Saudi Arabia, that kind of zone, Qatar, but I think that for World Cups, it's a good location to have the World Cup, and I think that was clear with the Qatar World Cup. And personally, I'm not trying to be a whole downer on Summer World Cups, but I did enjoy the Winter World Cup. And I don't think anybody can say that they didn't enjoy the Winter World Cup. The kickoff times were all in our favour of as European people, as British people. You know what I mean? For mainland Europeans, 8 o'clock kickoffs in the evenings most of the time. 7 o'clock for us, obviously, because we're an hour behind mainland Europe. And that was kind of and there wasn't really any early morning games. And so it favoured, look, it's nice, I guess, to wake up and find out what's happened, but it's disrespectful. It's not great when really the main part of football, all of our certain parts of South America, like Argentina with Boca Juniors and that, football mainly is in Europe. And for European fans to have to deal with 2 a.m. kickoffs, 4 a.m. kickoffs, it's not right. Yeah, we've got 9 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. England. And I think that might have been UEFA. No, UEFA are doing this game that we're watching right now. FIFA, we're probably going to England fans and saying, well, we don't want to upset them, and they don't want to upset us. And believe you me, I would have been upset if there was a 4 a.m. kickoff, because that would have really drove me around the bend. 2 a.m. still drives me around the bend, but a 2 a.m. kickoff, I can probably go to bed and just have a really long lie-in. If you're getting me up for a 4 a.m. kickoff, which obviously I'm going to watch, it's like you ain't going to sleep. The game's not going to be done until 6 a.m. Bear in mind it's summertime as well. So 6 a.m, when the match is done, the sun's going to rise. I don't sleep in the sun. I can't get into bed and sleep when it is sunny. Different story when I'm on public transport. I can nap, but I can't get into a bed and be expected to sleep when the sky is not dark. If I'm making sense. So that's where the boundary is for me, 4 a.m. Yes, earlier start. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that these. Now that's good. I have to say that's good. 8 o'clock for the finals, not bad. But no, I mean, look, there's definitely alternatives that I can do, and I know there is. I mean, look, I can definitely go into a pub. By all means, I could go and see my father in Doncaster to watch some of the game, to watch some of the early kickoffs, because I'm sure that that's what he'll be doing. I mean, I don't know, but it's not going to be a World Cup where content comes at the forefront, I'm afraid, and I can't control that. I can't just go to FIFA and say, can you please change the kickoff times to allow me to be a content creator? And then, by the way, Atletico are 3-0 up. Holy shit. We'll get back to that in a minute, but that's my point. And I suppose that's where the Euros kind of win you over in Europe. And that's where Copa America will win you over in America. Because the kickoff times are suited to you. UEFA are going to give you kickoff times that you are used to and you like. FIFA won't do that if it's in America. The FIFA Club World Cup was a farce. That was a horrible thing. Can I just say, that FIFA Club World Cup was a nightmare. Like, I have to say that the branding, the black, the location, it is going to be a similar World Cup to the FIFA Club World Cup. I do not think this will be the best World Cup. And I know that FIFA want it to be, but I don't think it will be. Because the location is what is going to ruin it. And I know that there's been articles and talks about potentially 2-0 Bayern, by the way. I know there's been talks about potentially moving Mexico out of it and put it. So yeah, that is where I'm at with the World Cup, and I ain't looking forward to it particularly. I'm not excited for it. I mean, I will do it, but it just feels like a hindrance on the only positive I'm going to take from it, actually, is that ITV and BBC have got the rights to it. And I don't like the BBC, but that was an all-time low. Like, that Club World Cup on a level of broadcasting was an all-time low. An all-time low. It was seriously shit coverage. And I will keep telling you over and over again to appreciate Sky Sports for UK viewers, to appreciate your main broadcaster, your local broadcasters, your broadcasting companies who put effort into the coverage they deliver you for sports, and not just some world feed, satisfy the whole world crap. And seriously, that club, that DAZN, throw away. Awful. And I'm so glad that Arsenal didn't participate in that Club World Cup. Because quite frankly, I don't want to be a part of something with my club that isn't good. The competition might be good, but the location, appalling. The broadcaster, shite. Like, do not sit there and tell us that we have to watch some World Feed the Zone crap when we've got ITV. So yeah, that is where I'm at with the World Cup. And the only positive is again, the ITV and the BBC have got rights. Not a bad ball, that. Let's have a look at these goal alerts then for you all, because it is 4-0 now to Atletico Madrid, and it is 22 minutes, 4 goals. Like, I want to emphasise to you how bad that is from a Tottenham point of view. And look, you could be into double figures by 75 minutes. It's that bad. Like, 22 minutes and you are 4-0 down. What? I mean, it's not much better for Atalanta away at home to Bayern. Bayern are 3-0 up. Serge Gnabry, Michael Olise, Josip Stanisic, 3 goals. Like, that's not much better. That's not much better. Is it? I mean, that's Atalanta falling apart at home. That, though, just look at it. You're 4-0 down. Like, I've got a price boost here somewhere. This is going to absolutely trigger. This is going to trigger like you wouldn't believe. Barca, Atleti. I mean, probably going to be 5-0 in a minute. It's bad. It's bad. Like, I'm not even laughing at that, really. I mean, well, I am laughing, but it's not funny. Like, that's bad. I mean, look, I hope that Igor Tudor gets sacked for that. Personally, I think that alone is enough to sack a manager. Being 4-0 down in 22 minutes, it's got to be a record. Like, you call yourselves a Big Six club in England, but you are in a relegation battle, potentially. And you're 4-0 down in the Champions League knockout stages. You are practically Tottenham Hotspur out, although you have got one back, Pedro Porro. that's 5 goals in 26 minutes there in that game. 4-1. Pedro Porro's got one back. I think it's been disallowed, actually. Let's have a look. Goals galore in that game. Is it 4-1 or is it 4-0? Do we know? I don't think the goal's going to count. Let's just hop over to TNT Sports for a split second there. I just want to check. Yeah, so it has been. So it's going to count. That's fine. So that's a goal. That's going to count. Ball through by Trippier to Elanga. Down the right. Oh, I had a go. Straight at Joan Garcia, though. Rafinha. Pulled down, free kick. Yellow card as well. By the way, free set bet builder tonight. Just a free set. And if it comes through, we'll return £4. Only 3 legs on this bet builder. But Barcelona to win or draw, over 1.5 goals, and Joelinton to be shown a card is a £1 stake, and it returns £4, and it's 3 legs. It's a pretty good one, that, because I think that'll come through. And Sandro Tonali, the first into the book tonight. Joelinton is playing. Hopefully he gets booked then. If he gets substituted, well, there's no super sub, is there? You don't get a super sub at Ladbrokes. You just get... But we have got the Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3, which is good. And hopefully we get the Coral Football Super Series as well. Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3, though, is out and is through. I have gone for a Arsenal 3-1 win over Bayer Leverkusen tomorrow night. I have gone for PSG to win by 2-1, and I have gone for a 2-2 draw between Real Madrid and Manchester City. So I'll reiterate those scorelines for you. Arsenal to win 3-1, Paris Saint-Germain to win 2-1, and a 2-2 draw between Real Madrid and Manchester City. And I think that one could go down to the wire, Real Madrid, Man City, if you're asking me. Here is Lamine Yamal on the right. Are we going to see a bit of quality in this game? No, we're not. Defended easily enough by Newcastle. Tonali picked off the ball though. Winning it back, Sandro Tonali. Can't get out in a minute. It's good play by Barcelona. João Cancelo. And that was too easily blocked. Joel Linton's going to steer it clear, but he's lost it again. And Rafinha's won it. And that's a really firm effort by Fermin Lopez. Straight at Ramsdale, but lots of power behind it. But Barca, with penning in Newcastle there, Trippier's gone down, which has led to a stoppage in play. I think this comes alive second half, you're asking me, and I think Newcastle get pulled apart. It's been an okay first half performance by Newcastle. They've had more shots. But it was the exact same story against Manchester City on Saturday. I'm just not sure if Eddie Howe's the guy for Newcastle anymore, you know what I mean? And I mean, look, you hear Goldbridge talking about Eddie Howe being a future England manager maybe, or whatever, or a Man United manager candidate, but I don't think he's top class enough to get Newcastle playing the right way to survive properly in top football competitions. I think that Newcastle are a team who can get into the Champions League but can't compete in it properly. So I think it's a hard one for Newcastle fans to potentially hear, and it's a strange one for neutrals to hear, but I would say Eddie Howe's time is up at Newcastle. I would say a fresh mind, a fresh person in that dressing room would do those players the world of good, because I think it's just getting a bit same old with Newcastle, and they're starting to become a yo-yo. And I don't mean that in the sense of relegation, promotion. I mean that in the sense of yo-yo, one season with the Champions League, and that's a poor season. The next season, they're without the Champions League, but they have a good season in the Prem. And in the seasons where they're not in Europe, they tend to get close to trophies. On the whole, they've had a poor season, Newcastle. And they've had a bit of bad luck. But I don't think Eddie Howe's that guy. And I mean, look, I know there's FFP restrictions on them and all that lot. But of course there's going to be when you are the richest club in the world. Ramsey's ball across. It was a decent ball across, but nobody came in to the right places to meet it. It's a foul. It's going to be a free kick. There's boos around the stadium. Hall keeping the ball, trying to get Newcastle to Barca's half. They win a throw-in on the halfway line. Yeah, you need to be on the halfway line, Hall. It was on the halfway line when the ball went out. It's the easiest place to know where to take a throw in football. It's simple. Make sure your feet are aligned with the halfway line. There you go. You're in the right spot. That's put out of play cheaply by Hall in his own half and gives Barcelona a chance to propel it forward. They've not done that, though. They've gone back into their own half. And all the way back to Joan Garcia. Newcastle are playing a high press. And pressurising the Barca defenders, but that's a foul. You had him by the arm. Can't do that, mate. Can't do that. He's trying to win the ball. That's okay. Might have been a kick on the ankle, but it's the pulling. The shoulder, the shirt. It concedes the foul. 3 minutes to go before half time. Are we going to get a first half goal between these two? I don't think we did in the first. I don't think we did in the league phase, did we? Kabasi to me, Lamine Yamal. Good ball if Fermin Lopez can get to it. It's off Dan Burn. Corner it will be. Corner it will be. Haven't had any further goal updates. And it's still 4-1 over at Atleti. Bayern are still holding their 3-goal lead. Against Atalanta away. I think that would kill Atalanta. I think if Atalanta lose that by any more than 1 tonight, and obviously they're 3-0 down at the minute, so they're going to have to get some goals, but if they lose that by any more than 1, they're out. I wouldn't back Atalanta to stand a chance at the Allianz Arena. For me. And if I'm being honest with you, Arsenal are quite lucky in that sense because we are practically dodging. In fact, let's just take a look at the bracket. Hang on a minute. Here's Alanga. And Ramsey, Alanga goes down. I don't think there was a foul in there. Right, here's the bracket. So, yeah. Our side of the bracket is the side which completely avoids Bayern Munich. And I think that one of PSG, Chelsea, Galatasaray, Liverpool, Real Madrid, or Man City will knock Bayern Munich out. So the draw, really, from my point of view and my prediction, has made sure that we'll avoid Bayern Munich this year. Made sure that we'll avoid a trip to the Allianz. And I know that might be a daft call and a daft thing to say, but for me, Bayern Munich get knocked out before the final. And the final is the only place that Arsenal could potentially face Bayern Munich. Not that I think we'll get to the final, because again, I think Barcelona will absolutely hammer us an aggregate. And I know that's a daft... I mean, look, people might look at me and say, are you stupid? No, I'm not stupid. I would not doubt Barcelona to hammer as an aggregate. I'm talking 5-0, 6-0 aggregate. Not just 2 or 3-0. I'm talking 3-0 each leg. I do not trust my team to play Barcelona. I trust my team against Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, but not Barca. So that's where it's a bad draw. Because Real Madrid are not on the side that I want them to be. So yeah, not the best of first starts between these two anyway. I think it's going to need some statistical breakdown, but I'm almost sure that second half, Barca will find a breakthrough. The half-time score is 1-0. It's 0-0. Yeah. I mean, look, people will look at me and say, well, you might get to play at Real Madrid in the final. I still think they're on the wrong side of the draw, and I'm not. We Arsenal are on the right side of the draw. There's no denying that. However, Barcelona are on our side, and that's a problem. Barcelona and Bayern Munich and Inter Milan, if they were still in it, were the problems for Arsenal. Those 3 teams that I've just mentioned were the problems for Arsenal. Those were the teams that were going to potentially hurt us. PSG, perhaps, as well. But to have Barca on our side of the bracket, I am filled with fear by that. That outcome, that fills me with fear. It really does. I mean, look, I won't tell you a lie. I was fearful about playing Real Madrid to begin with, but then obviously it all just came in good fortune for us. And I have to say more than good fortune, but I don't think and I might sound like a real negative Nancy, just writing off my team at the instant Barcelona get to play us, but I just don't think we stand a chance. Tonight, you think they're going to win 2-1? I think 2-0, personally. I don't see Newcastle scoring, but we'll see. I mean, look, I predicted 2-0. See what happens. That's interesting. The Bernabeu was not sold out for the Man City game tomorrow. That's peculiar. Just looking at the scores now for you as well. Here they are, 4-1 to Atletico Madrid against Tottenham, and a 3-0 lead at halftime for Bayern Munich. Welcome to Mason. You're on a different account. Martin, I don't remember Martin, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember. No. I don't, to be fair. I ain't going to sit there and point blank right and go, Martin, yeah. But, yeah, no, look. I am. And, yeah, I mean, look, just a few minutes ago, I was completely writing my team off against. Martin who? Oh, there is somebody who's been long lost. Who he's hang on. Older than us, mate. No. The guy who is long lost was called Mika, so that's not you. I don't remember. I don't remember a Martin, no, who was my biggest fan. Sorry, but I don't. I don't remember. How about find your old account back and then maybe that might help me? I ain't remembering, mate. I haven't got superhuman memory. People come and go all the time. You know what I mean? We get streams that deliver new viewers. You're telling me that I should remember you, but I don't. For me, you're just a new viewer. I mean, your name's not even Martin on your new account. It's Mason. I'm not going to check. No. You can find your old account, and you can. If you're that bothered, you can pull up your old account, and you can. Buddy, I haven't got the time to sit and scan through my videos to look for one account. Sorry. I haven't got the time to do it. No, I don't. I'm sorry to say that, but no, I don't. It might be brutal, but I don't. Huh? What's with the angry emoji? Who's Ronnie Pickering? I don't know who Ronnie Pickering is. I mean, I'll have to Google him. Ronnie Pickering. Ronald James Pickering, OBE, was an athletics coach and BBC sports commentator. Born 4th of May 1930 in Hackney, England. Died 30th of February 1991, aged 60, in Digswell, Hertfordshire, England. Occupations: athletics coach, BBC sport commentator. Spouse: Jean Des Forges. Okay. I don't know who it is then. I don't even know who that Ronnie Pickering is because he died in 1991 at the age of about, blimey, only 60 actually. Hang on, 60. That's not a long life at all. 60. For some people it might be, but 60 is, you're still young. Sorry, but I mean, in this day and age, 60 is still considered young, I would say. He would be now about 90 odd, 96, 97. So he could still be alive because there's definitely people who live to 97 and above. Oh, I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time or interest to do it. I've got bigger things to worry about than some sensation called Ronnie Pickering, who isn't the one who comes up on Google or Wikipedia. Right, we're about to get back on our second half. Not long to go now, about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Not long at all. Not long at all. Nine o'clock now. Ad break should be over in a minute. Second half should be underway. Let's just do a quick half-time score read across all games. EFL Championship, Leicester City 2, Bristol City 0, Millwall 1, Derby County 0, Swansea 2-0 up away to Portsmouth in the 57th minute. 1-0 to Hull away to Wrexham. 2-0 to Stoke over Ipswich Town. And we'll save all the rest for later on. Second half is about to get underway there at St James's Park. Newcastle 0, Barcelona 0. And we're off. Let's continue with the scores. League One, it is Barnsley 1, Cardiff 1, Doncaster 0, Luton Town 1, Exeter City 0, Lincoln City 1, 0-0 between Mansfield and Reading, Stevenage 1, Leyton Orient 1, Argyle 2-0 up away to Wigan. And in League 2, just the 4 games tonight. Barrow 0, Bristol Rovers 1, Fleetwood 2, Cheltenham 1, 4-0 away to Gillingham for MK Dons. Wow. And Salford 0, Walsall 0. Just checking on the rugby for you as well. I expect there'll be more Guinness Six Nations this weekend. There is on Saturday. You've got 3 games and 8-10 for France, England, which is the last game, I believe, for England, who aren't going to win the Guinness Six Nations. 2-10 for Ireland against Scotland and 4-40 for Wales against Italy. And no game scheduled on Sunday, so Saturday will be the final day of Guinness Six Nations rugby, I believe. I'll just double check that for you before I let you all believe me. It is, yeah. And England need, I remind you, have lost 3 Guinness Six Nations rugby games in a row. And, of course, suffering their first defeat to Italy most recently. Well, it's not good. It's not good. But, oh well, is what I say. And England as well, annoyingly, during the international break, which is upcoming, I'm afraid. Yes, there is an international break coming up. I know. Moan at me, but I want to have a look at this Prime Vision. What's Prime Vision? Can we do it on here? Right, we've got Prime Vision on. And it looks like a game of FIFA. Oh, this is cool, actually. The names pop up. Oh, my God. This is actually genius. Oh, yeah, yo, go check out Prime Vision, man. Oh, my word. This is like... Bring this into more football. Game changer for EFL games, I swear. Shoving a Langer. This is an absolute game changer, this Prime Vision shit. It shows you where all the players are. Trippier with the free kick. And then Langer with the effort. I can't lie, this Prime Vision stuff's good, but I'm not going to continue watching it. Because it will annoy me at the same time. Right, back onto the match coverage. I mean, it is pretty good Prime Video. I'm not going to lie about that. Anyways, here. Oh. Have we had any more goals to report on? No. Spurs ain't even back underway yet. Oh. Bloody. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to have to interrupt your Champions League coverage here. Because it's another one of the fake clubs. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There. Look. Look at this. It's a fake Barcelona. It's one of those fake clubs. There they are. That's just ridiculous. Why does this happen? I don't understand this. There's a fake Arsenal. There's a couple of them. Now, oh, bloody. I mean, Ecuador. Oh, look, fake Serie A. Oh. What the fuck is this? That club should be shut down for its name and its club badge. This really winds me up when I see these little fake clubs. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, is there a bot? Where's this club again? Right, well, Liga Pro Serie A. Right? So where's the Ecuadorian team, yeah? Is that right? Or is this guy Ecuadorian? I don't bloody know. Right. Don't mind me. But hang on. Just bear with me for 1 minute. Hang on. That's still not it. Right. Barcelona. Ecuador. Right. So, I've just searched up on Google Maps Barcelona in Ecuador. Is that it? So where is this? And that will stay, by the way. So this is Asula Port. So this is... So where's the stadium? What? Where's the club then? Where's the football club? You tell me. Where? Here? This it? Right? Nope. So nobody's claimed the business. So there's no... So what? Is there a stadium or just a football pitch? No? So Ecuador has a Barcelona. Oh, don't even get me started. That is bloody... I don't care. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't like these fake clubs. Call me crazy, but I don't like it. France are good goalkeeping by Joe Garcia. That is ridiculous. Yet, and I mean, look, okay, there might be a Barcelona in Ecuador, but you don't bleed it. Oh, it's just stupid. What's the stadium name? What's the where did he play? Where did he play? Where? All right. I only want to know about that club. Right. Let's see if we can find this. Estadio Monumental Banco Pichincha. I want to know where that is. And if it's outside of that Barcelona that I just bleeding found on Google Maps in Ecuador. No, not that. That. Yeah, I want to copy the stadium name, not the bloody... That. Yeah. Now paste. Right. Where is that? So that's outside of that Barcelona that this is. Mate, what I am uncovering here is... Oh, they've got a website. They've got a website. They've got a website. Right, this is going to be interesting. They've got a website. Right. How... Huh? I mean, this is... The stadium is... I mean, it's a very pretty stadium. I won't lie about that. It looks pretty good, but it's in a city called Guayaquil. And that bar says where? It's like... What on earth has SoberScore found me? Here. This is where the ground is, look. Guayaquil. Right. So and what did we have before? The bot. No, that's gone. Right. No, that's it. This one here, yeah. That's where Barcelona in Ecuador is. Right? So near Valvidia and Ayangue. But the stadium for Barcelona in Ecuador is in Guayaquil. Make it make sense. No, yet another fake club. I'm not buying that is a real club. Well, it's a real club, but it's a copycat of FC Barcelona. Tacky FIFA gaming. I'll come in. I think that might be the tacky Arsenal fan, but under a different name. Yeah, not the best of profile pictures, mate. I'm not going to lie about that. It is a literal. It's literally the. I mean, if you're actually a content creator, that's a poor logo. I can't lie about that because it literally. I mean, to me, that looks like the front cover of FIFA 26. Or FC 26 rather. In fact, don't mind me, Tacky, but I'm gonna pull up your channel. Is it 5-1 now? Yeah. Julian Alvarez gets his second, so that's (5-1) to Atletico de Madrid over Tottenham. And Bayern Munich have also gone 4-0 up against Atalanta. That should be that tie over then. And Bayern already through without even really a question. And your Bayern Munich goal scorer is Nicholas Jackson. Well, I'm going to pull up your channel, Tax, because so okay, no stats coming up. Hang on. So you've got a total. So you've got loads of videos, but you are using a FIFA 20. So you're using FIFA 20's front cover. Not only is your channel banner, but also your channel logo. I find that a little bit unimaginative. 97 videos. There you are. Okay. 240, not bad. You got any lives? Yeah, you've got 3 lives. Okay. All under an hour. Not bad. And well, I need the link to that. I'm gonna hang on. Let me just bring you. Oh, vidIQ, you mean? Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. Bear with me. Yeah. Okay. Anthony Elanga, Kieran Trippier, William Asula being replaced by Jacob Murphy, Tilo Livramento, and Anthony Gordon. Okay, so minus 44.38% views gained in the last 7 days. Okay. Okay. That's... Yo. Okay. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh. Oh. So you're losing subscribers and I'm not. You've lost 300 subscribers. And I get plus 50 whilst you lose 100 there. Plus 30 whilst you lose 100 there. Plus 20 while you lose 100 there. Plus 10 whilst you lose 100 there. Another plus 10 there whilst you lose 100. Then he does gain 100 subs. Okay. Oh, okay, right. pretty. There we go. That will have been Saturday, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's poor. I'm only estimated to earn about $7. Let's compare Fraser with the United stand. Hang on, yeah, put my channel on then. Whoosh. Complete. Oh. So you're the purple line, I think, Fraser, and I'm the blue line. No, I'm the purple line. Let's compare Fraser and Charlie, FDT. No. He doesn't come up. Oh, hang on. Yeah, he does. Fraser versus Charlie. Fraser's largely winning this. Then Fraser dips and Charlie does overtake at the final stage here. Okay. Yours won't come up, I don't think, Tacky. Through vidIQ. I'm not really sure. If you just hold on with me. I'll just put you onto that tab for a moment. Oh! Joe Linton scored, but he's offside. Oh, you know, you will come up your 1.58k 58k subs on this. Big dip, April 2025. You're dipping in April. You're dipping in April. I mean, this videos. So dip. So 630 videos in April, but dip. No. Most of them are shorts. Yeah, I can also see cap cut on some of those shorts. So, not great, I have to say. Ooh, what's this one here that I've just clicked? So I could go. Ooh, no, it's too small. What the hell have I done here? But you're using, yeah. Well, yeah, but the watermark's on it, mate. Not good. What the fuck have I done to StreamYard here? Yeah, well, the Saki FIFA. I'm not a big fan of your Saki FIFA gaming one, to be fair, mate, because you're not using an authentic. In fact, neither of your channels have really got anything authentic about them. You know, no. In terms of the branding, I mean to say as well. Content might be all right, but you know, you're using the Arsenal badge for your main channel, and you're using a FIFA front cover for 2020. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Why have I got that on? I don't hate it, but I don't think it's good that you're not going to progress on the FIFA channel. Most certainly not with a FIFA front cover. Barnes, good block. 12 minutes to go. We're still 0-0. Fair enough to you. Earning a bit of money. Tell you what, Newcastle might be able to go on and win it here. Not going to lie about that. They've had a goal ruled out. True. I definitely wouldn't see it that way, which is why decisions will be made in the summer. Tonali pulls it across. Follow up by Ramsey off target. Fair enough. Fair enough. Lewis Hall corner. Punched away by Joan Garcia. Surprised the Barca haven't had more chances. I mean, if they really had that many chances in this game, I don't think they have. Here's Rashford to create something. Nope. 6-0 now to Bayern Munich. And that's Musiala who's added the 6th. It's goal for Spurs, 5-2. And looks like they're going to lose by 3. Still, I think they're out. They've got the home leg, yeah, but they're out for me. It's Tottenham. Yeah, very few. I mean, only 7 shots. 19 Barcelona attacks in this game. I would think Barca are going to win, but 7 shots. And what? How many shots on target as well? It is 5-2 Tottenham, by the way, as well. It's Dominic Solanke. The goal there. Yeah, I mean, the XGs, in fact, they have had the only big chance of the game, Barcelona. But one shot on target for Barca, 3 for Newcastle. Oh, I know, it's the game on Prime, isn't it, though? So you kind of just swayed towards it, do you know what I mean? I was swayed towards it purely down to avoiding TNT Sports. And I expected Barca to win comfortably here. Rashford still might get a win. Couldn't find the angle for that shot. And Fermin Lopez, whistle's gone. And yeah, well, Bayern and Atletico Madrid can both consider themselves through. There's now going to be work to do. Well, I think Nou Camp's closed again, isn't it, actually? So Barca's home ground, I don't know where they're going to play. It's closed again, isn't it, Nou Camp? Pretty sure Camp Nou. Final 6 minutes. Can we get a winning goal? Probably from Barcelona if we're going to get it, I would presume. They haven't had the largest XG. They haven't had the large majority of shots, but if I had to pick a winner, I'd still pick Barca for me. I think that was a bit of simulation. Fell over outside of the playing surface. shuffled back into the... Yeah. Give me a goal. I mean, what's happening with that Ipswich game? Two 2-1. Is it? No, 3-2. 3-2. Oh! It's crossed the line. And Harvey Barnes, so often the man this season who's delivered the big goals for Newcastle. He's delivered one here. And that wasn't in the script. Not been the best of the games. They've had the more shots. They've had the more shots on target. Barcelona have not really looked threatening tonight. And somebody had to find a winner in Newcastle. Might just do that. Well. This is it comes off the chest of Joan Garcia and he fumbles it. I have been told there is a VAR check in progress on the goal. And that check it is complete and the goal will stand. The goal will stand for Newcastle. The lead will stand for Newcastle. But will they be able to retain it and bring it to the second leg? I didn't see this coming. Not at all. One 0 to Newcastle. And I know that they've had the only big chance of the night, Barcelona, as SofaScore will tell you, but they've been toothless in attack. Barely drawn any blood with their attacking play. Neither team has particularly done that, but Newcastle have had more shots. And is that Barnes' 6th Champions League goal, that? Well, here come Barnes. That's a nice bit of slick play. Couldn't keep the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle win this at this point. Can't string two passes together when it comes to going forward. No, it's been a poor performance, I would say, by the standards that Barcelona set themselves. Got knocked out of the Copa del Rey by Atletico Madrid, losing 4-0 in the first leg, winning 3-0 only in the second leg. And you've come and done this after you beat them 2-0 in the league phase at St James's Park. It's been a waste of 90 minutes by Barcelona. An advantage Newcastle, it seems. And I know we talk about there could be late drama. Well, like I say, they can't string 2 passes together when it comes to going forward. And if they make it worse here, Newcastle. I still think no matter the result here, they'll go out second leg Newcastle. I think that it shouldn't be beyond Barcelona to win by 3 goals in the second leg. But it would be precarious if Newcastle can get a second. Tonali forward. So he nicked that Rashford. Yeah, he has. Are they going to get a bit of bite into their play? Last 2 minutes here to try and level it up again. Probably not. 90 seconds left. And here come Newcastle. Well, it goes down. I think he trips over. I don't think it was a foul as such. Picked up by Murphy on the edge of the 8, just outside of the D there. Barca clear it. Lopez is up there. Not Lopez, sorry. Somebody else. 7. And that would be Ferran Torres. Willock has shown the yellow card. Barca free kick. Half a minute of the 4 allocated minutes remain. Of course, beyond the 4 minutes, it is to the referee's discretion. Danny Olmo. And that's the searching ball for Gordon. Gets on the end of it. Too heavy for Sandro Tonali, who was ready to pounce. Ryan Tune joins us late on. How are you doing? We've played the 4 minutes and the game is at the referee's discretion. Barca stroll forward, but without much intent. Rafinha, late chance. Danny almost slips in the box. Strip penalty. Well, a leg was left out, dangling. And I have to say, there wasn't much intent in that attack for me. But a silly tackle by Malik Thiaw gives away a soft penalty in the last seconds of the game. And that is what I call a bottle job by Newcastle. You can't do that. You go because this is going to be scored, and you're going to lose. We're about to finish. You're going to lose that lead going into the second leg away from home in Barcelona. And Lamine Yamal is the man. Can he deliver late on in what has been a poor Barca performance? Of course he can. Slick as you like, bottom left corner. 1-1, and they don't really deserve it. But on the face of the game, should be a draw at Barcelona level. And Harvey Barnes, you can see his head not very highly raised on that bench as he was subbed off. Because Newcastle have bottled a big lead that they could have taken with Barcelona. And once again, we're going to get back underway, and we are to the referee's discretion. But Lamine Yamal celebrates as he slickly puts away that penalty kick for 1-1. And in fact, forget discretion. I think, is it all over? Yes, it is. The full-time whistle has gone. And it finishes 1-1. There'll be boos around the stadium. I don't think it was a particularly good game to watch. I don't think Barcelona were great. I don't think Newcastle were great, despite that they had more chances and shots. But at the last second, Malik Thiaw giving away a really stupid penalty. Yeah. There you go. Final score. The Newcastle fans won't be too happy about it. Harvey Barnes will be distraught about it. But it's 1-1. I'd see, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. I think from Barcelona's point of view and standards, that's abysmal. Abysmal. 5-2, it's going to finish at 6-1. The final score at Atalanta. Mario Pasalic with a late goal there. That has finished 6-1 to Bayern Munich away to Atalanta. It's about to finish 5-2 to Atletico Madrid over Tottenham, who are 3 goals down and probably are out. And Ipswich are about to beat Stoke. No, they're not. 3-3. Milan Smith with a 90+6 penalty to add his second goal of the night to equalise for Stoke, where it's 3-3 in that game. And the other EFL scores include Leicester's 2-0 win over Bristol, Millwall beating Derby County 1-0, 2-1 with the Swansea away. Yeah. I don't think they will. We'll see about that. I mean, he didn't really shine tonight other than the penalty. It was a very cool penalty, I have to say, but I think that overall that was a poor Barcelona performance, and Abdi claims to expect more from Barca. Well, yeah, I think that's bang on. I think there's not a lot of people who would have expected Newcastle to come away with anything tonight. They have, but that was a poor game to watch. Particularly when, as you say, you've got Tottenham getting whooped 5-2 by Atletico Madrid. You've got Bayern winning 6-1. They should do it in the home leg, though, you're right. But again, a pretty poor game to watch involving Newcastle, who, yes, on the basis of shots, were the better team, but another crap game of football. And I'm afraid it's a recurring theme with Newcastle. It's a recurring theme this season. So it finishes 1-1. And these are the four score lines that will be going into the second legs next week on Wednesday. Galatasaray will go to Liverpool at Anfield with a 1-0 aggregate lead after their victory earlier in the day. 5:45 kickoff. 6-0 Bayern Munich will take to the Allianz Arena next Wednesday. Atletico Madrid will go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with a 5-2 lead. Or maybe less or more, as that game is still underway. But a 5-2 lead we expect. And Newcastle will go to Barcelona next week in the away leg on Wednesday with a 1-1 scoreline. And still to come tomorrow night, more Champions League action in the shape of Bayer Leverkusen against Arsenal, 5:45 kickoff. You can join us at 5:30 for that one. Please note it down in your books and your diaries that we'll be live at 5:30 tomorrow for that 5:45 kickoff of Bayer Leverkusen against Arsenal. And it is, come on, you Gunners, for that tomorrow, but that is going to be a 5:30 start for that 5:45 kickoff. And also a reminder that there are only 2 weeks left until the Carabao Cup final. Less than 2 weeks now, 12 days until the Carabao Cup final, which is on Sunday, the 22nd of March. That involves Arsenal as well. That is a big occasion on Realltom Football. But it's all over at Atleti now, the Metropolitano, 5-2 to Atleti. And yeah, once again, tomorrow, 8 o'clock kickoffs will include Bodo Glimt against Sporting Lisbon, PSG against Chelsea, and Real Madrid, Manchester City. Okay, we're all done. We're all done. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And yeah, not the most entertaining of games to watch, but hopefully Arsenal can get the job done away in Germany tomorrow. If not, I'm sure the job will be done at the Emirates, but we'll have to wait and see. 5:30, you can join us tomorrow for Arsenal and our away trip to Bayer Leverkusen. But from here, from me, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time for the second legs on Tuesday, on Wednesday, where maybe we'll pick a more entertaining game next time. But yeah, once again, thank you for watching. We'll see you all tomorrow for hopefully what is a more entertaining game and hopefully a win for the Arsenal. 5:30, you can join us for that 5:45 kickoff. Bye-bye from me. Take care. Have a good night. And yeah, not the best of matches between Newcastle and Barcelona.